This world has spun off its axis. We're all walking around acting like the ground isn't buckling beneath our feet. We've normalised chaos, we've baptised burnout, and we've convinced ourselves that being well adjusted to an unreasonable world is an achievement. But if we're still standing after the last few years, if our hearts are still pumping and our spirits still fighting, then we should ask ourselves, what actually got us through? Was it the ice baths, the supplements, wellness gurus with fridge magnet philosophy, productivity groups on LinkedIn disguised as fast food psychology? Maybe what kept us standing was something unmarketable and inconveniently human. A part of us this culture doesn't know how to measure, a part we rarely acknowledge, because we've been trained to give the front stage performance instead of the backstage truth. Erving Goffman called it the presentation of everyday self. The front stage where we act and we edit, and the backstage where the real story of us actually lives. And maybe the knot in our stomach and the restlessness under our ribs, the sense that we're wearing a badly fitting suit in a life that doesn't resemble who we are, is not a dysfunction. Perhaps that's the cost of performing our life instead of living it. Because the front stage self is exhausting. It's fed by algorithms that reward pretending and punish being human. But the backstage self, that one that survived the nights we told no one about, the one that carried us when our strength was theatre and our courage was taped together, that self is the only one that's ever truly held you upright. That is the self we need to return to. And the world may sometimes feel broken, but we do not have to break with it. And please don't see this as an anthem against ambition or innovation. We were not built to worship productivity as if it were a deity. Progress should stand beside us, not press its boot in our chest. Technology should amplify us, not hollow us out. Because the things that make life worth living will never ever be found in metrics. The connection, the loving, that happens when we stop performing long enough to let someone actually see who we are. And none of that comes from the front stage. It comes from the part of us that refused to die when the world lost the plot. Beyond the algorithm, beyond the performance, beyond a culture demanding that you act instead of exist, there is a rediscovery. Something that has stood with us from day one. So come back to what you know. Come back to the place within us that's never been wounded.